Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining us today. Just by reading the title and thumbnail, you guys already know what we're going to be speaking about. We are going to be discussing 7 micro habits that have changed my life and I know will make a big difference in your guys' life. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video. I was watching Jay Shetty's podcast where he had Joe Dispenza on, and Joe Dispenza said something about a habit that really just inspired me to do this entire video. But he said a habit is when you've done something so many times that the body knows how to do it better than the mind. So this is basically meaning that a habit kind of makes you run on autopilot until you are conscious of it, and then you're also able to change it. Your body is basically dragging you throughout your entire day. And that's kind of why we always feel like our life is just escaping us, like we are just a victim and we aren't creators. So this brings us to our first habit, which is getting a whiteboard calendar. This is definitely one of my top 3 habits on this list, just because I have noticed a dramatic shift since I purchased this. Just because when you have a whiteboard calendar, you're able to view your entire month in front of you. Like, sure, we have the calendar app in our phones, and when we think about a month, we're like, oh, okay, like that's a whole entire month. But when you are looking at the month, you think about the 30 days completely different. Specifically, what I do is I will, write the month. I will write whatever angel number has been following me around recently, or whatever number that I feel called to write. That's just something I do. And then I also write a quote. And this quote is what I will be repeating to myself. And when I see it, it's basically like my reminder for the month. And I remember my one for March, when I really launched my YouTube channel, was feel the fear and do it anyways. And just by viewing the entire month, just by having a quote that you revisit often, it kind of puts intention in the whole month, and that's what I love about it. Not only do I have a calendar, but one of the things that I also do with it is I prioritize one task. If that is meditate for 30 minutes, I'll write that on Wednesday. And then I read 10 pages of this book or listen to 10 minutes of an audiobook for Thursday. And no matter what, you're always getting something done every day, because time is flying by. And when you are also able to look at your week and see that you were able to get something done every single day, it makes you feel more accomplished, and you have confidence in yourself that you're getting something done every single day of the month. So that is one of my first tips. Our next micro habit is setting intention for who you want to be in that day. Waking up, looking in the mirror and being like, I want to be a patient individual. I want to be a charismatic individual. I want to be kind. I want to be confident. And setting your intention for the day, you're always kind of able to go back to that intention when you do face challenges, or when people do kind of start triggering you, or just when your outside reality kind of starts picking at you. You're always able to kind of go back and be like, you know what? I said I was going to be patient. This is just testing if I'm going to be a patient person today. And understand that every time that you are getting tested or triggered, that's just an opportunity for growth. And it's just an opportunity to become that person that you said that you wanted to be. So that's kind of the part 1 to this habit. And then the part 2 is writing 3 things that you're grateful for. And it can be something small. It could literally just be like that I woke up today, that I have a roof over my head, and that the sky is blue. It could be just anything, you know what I'm saying? You know what you're grateful for, and the more that you do it, the more that you find new things to be grateful for, and then the more things that the universe, life, God brings to you so that you can be grateful for those things as well. So our next habit is mental showers. This is another one of my favorites, truly, and I really do this every day. But mental showers take place in the shower, but basically it's where you can wash everything off mentally as well as physically. Just any negativity that anybody threw at you, or just kind of any yucky feelings or anything that kind of just shook you up. Just imagine, close your eyes and imagine all of that energy kind of rinsing off of you, and just envision all of it running down and going down the drain. I do this every day because there is just so much power in visualization, and honestly you feel so much better. Not only are you clean, a shower feels good no matter what, especially that warm water, and honestly you can romanticize this. You can light a candle, you can put on some you know, sound bowl or just healing music or like some rainforest bird sounds, like whatever you want to do, like you can romanticize your shower any way you want. Like I know that I've lit some candles, I know that I have had like set up a sunset lamp, anything that you want to do. And this is my rule personally, I do not entertain anything negative. I really don't like to hop on social media after I've taken my shower, just because after I've done that, I'm like, okay, now I'm ready for my like skincare routine in a podcast, or I'm ready for my skincare routine and some tea and just to unwind. Like our day is so crazy. I allow myself and I give myself permission to settle down after I've taken that shower. So that's that tip, and I hope it helps because it's amazing. And once you've done it, you can't just take a regular shower. You're like, I need my mental shower, thank you. Like, okay. And so this next one actually kind of also ties in with the like our last tip, but basically reading your goals, like your manifestations, revisiting your vision board after. Personally, I do it after I get out of the shower, or just do it before you go to bed, because a lot can kind of bring you off course or off track in your day. And what this is doing is it's kind of realigning you with who you said you were going to be. Like I said, your intentions that we said in a couple tips before, and just like realigning yourself with the person that you know you're becoming and that you are striving to achieve. And like I said, visualization is so powerful, and it's just something about seeing that dream car, seeing that dream house, and these are all materialistic. Like your goals can be anything. Your goals can be how much patience that you want to have. Like it literally can be anything. But revisiting those before you go to bed, like I said, your brain is in a theta state. It's more receptive. It's more open to programming those things, and it's just you believe it on a deeper level because you are taking time out of every single day to do this and sit with yourself for your brain to believe it. Okay, so this next tip, I know that you guys have probably heard a million times, and I'm going to be that person to tell you maybe for this last time, is to replace your scrolling or just jumping on social media for the first thing in the morning, or for the last thing that you do before you go to bed, or replying to emails. Just replacing that habit with listening to either a podcast first thing or just listening to an ebook. Basically, this is the reasoning behind why I'm saying this, is when you first wake up and when you are going to bed, your brain is in a theta state. And basically what a theta state means is that you are more receptive to information, and you are also in a state where you are able to easily program your mind. Because when you first wake up, you're kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like that is literally you coming out of like all of these stages of sleep. I've been there, and I know how hard it is just to kind of quit something cold turkey, especially something like social media. They even have like on TikTok where we like, are you still scrolling? Like, because, and you know how quick that you scroll past that? Like it's not even funny. So like I understand how easy it is to kind of get sucked into that loop and just kind of literally not even being conscious. Like it's just whoop, whoop. And we can make a video about that as well. So I'm giving you the option or just the suggestion to try something like a podcast, an ebook, and even see if you like it. And then as well as like, say you're going to sleep and you're like, well, I don't want my audiobook to keep playing while I'm asleep or whatever. If you go into the clock app on your iPhone, there is when you set an alarm, you're able to select stop playing, and you're able to set, say like 30 minutes or 45 minutes, however long you want to set it for, like when you're going to bed, and it's going to automatically stop. This goes for music, this goes for YouTube videos, this goes for ebooks, whatever is playing on your phone, you are able to stop it using that. So now you don't have an excuse. So yeah, just try it and let me know in the comments if it's worked, and if it didn't, hey, at least you tried it. Our next habit is celebrating the small wins. This is so important because we can sometimes just be so hard on ourselves, and just acknowledging even the little things is what is going to make you even more grateful for the big things. Just like 2 weeks ago, I hit my 100 subscriber mark, and I am just so beyond grateful for each and every single one of you guys, but also my past self that didn't start the YouTube channel yet is just so proud of this current self. And I'm currently at like 216, I believe. And again, I'm so grateful for every single one of you guys as well. And yeah, like even though people might consider that small on like the spectrum of how big of a platform that you can gain on this app, it's just like, you have to celebrate these moments, because who you are today is just as important. Who you are today is just as beautiful as who you're going to be tomorrow and in the future. So that's exactly why you need to celebrate yourself now and be proud of yourself, because your inner child needs that. And our last habit that has helped me become more of the individual that I have always been working on becoming is journaling. And journaling is one of my favorite outlets. It's one of my favorite ways to kind of check in with myself. Like, and when I journal, like I write down everything. I write down all my feelings. I write down how that day went, if anything like triggered me, if I learned any lessons. Like I write everything down. And sometimes it's a page, sometimes it's a paragraph, sometimes it's 3 pages. But the thing is, when you journal, you're writing kind of straight out of one side of your brain. And I believe it's your right side of your brain, and you're just kind of writing all your emotions and your feelings, and it's very personal. And after you get done writing, I encourage every single one of you to read it, because I was listening to this podcast where a neuroscientist was speaking, and she said after you write it and you read it, your brain instantly switches over to the left side, which is your logical side of thinking, and then you are able to examine your feelings, your thoughts, and everything from a more logical standpoint. Because like I said in one of my last videos, like it's so easy to get caught up in your emotions. It's so easy to get caught up in like basically in this fog of emotions and thoughts. And when you are viewing it from a logical standpoint, you're also able to learn the lessons of why you got triggered. You're able to learn the lessons of everything that's being thrown your way, and then you're also able to move past it. And journaling is such a beautiful thing too, because you're never the same person as you were yesterday. So when you journal and you read what words you were saying a month ago, a year ago, you get to see how much growth there is. And like I said, these are micro habits, atomic habits, but they lead to big changes. And I've been journaling for years now, and I've noticed such a big dramatic difference in who I am and even how I was writing back then. So that is all the tips for today. I really hope that these helped. I know that they have helped me. And if you plan on trying any of these, or if you have tried any of these, please let me know down in the comments below. I also wanted to add before we wrap this video up, I know how hard habits can be. Like I said, you've been doing something for so long and you've done it so many times that it really feels like your body is in control over your mind. But I want you to understand how powerful our minds are, and that you can truly achieve anything that you put your mind to. So just go into it with an open mind, and I promise you, you will see a difference. Thank you for giving me your guys' time and energy. I appreciate every second of it. And I hope that you guys are pouring love into yourself. I hope that you guys are taking care of yourself, and I will see you guys on the next one.